Welcome to the University of Lagos, where history is making itself. And welcome to TechnyFire. I am Dakmo Aruaje. I said history is making itself here today because it is the launch of Africa's first university innovation pod. The AI Unipod here at UNILAG is an initiative by the UNDP in conjunction with the federal government of Nigeria. The aim is to transform this university and other universities into pod where we raise startups and provide solutions.
Our ancestors built empires with wisdom and fire. Now we build the future. Our forebears cleared paths with unbreakable will, spoke proverbs that shaped destinies, forged legacies no empire could erase. But the digital age arrived and silenced our voices. No more waiting.
Technology
Awakens the legacy within. AI that speaks our tongue fluently. Algorithms rooted in our rhythms. Tech forged from our soil, our stories, our unbreakable spirit. Southwest.
Ekiti, Ondo, Osun, Oyo, Ogun, Lagos.
We summon 120 builders of tomorrow, 20 from each state, the sharpest minds, the fiercest hearts. Carry the fire forward. Submit your 3 to 5 minute pitch video, Yoruba, English, Pidgin, speak your truth. CV, one-pager, proof of Southwest heritage, and your proof of concept. Rewards that build empires. Millions in funding, world-class mentorship, NIT Hub residency, global stages at GITEX and CES. Investors ready to fuel the next chapter. This is not just innovation. This is legacy reclaimed.
Technology
Where ancestral wisdom meets tomorrow's code. Where the fire of the past ignites the future. Ignite the legacy. www.mvps2mvps.com. Hashtag MVPS2. MVPS. Hashtag Technology.
Technology
Initiative of MVP, made in Nigeria, powered by TechnyFire, NIT Hub, and Dawn Commission. From ancestral fire to digital dominion, the legacy calls. Will you answer?
Technology.
The fire is ready. Who's pressing the button?
Young people on this platform are either students, innovators that have passed through programs like the Young Africa Innovates Program, championed by UNDP and Mastercard Foundation, the Nigerian Jubilee Fellows Program, championed by the EU, UNDP, and the government of Nigeria, of course, at the center of all of this. What you should know that is extremely interesting is that some of these students are also students of University of Lagos, and some of them are also part of our Timbuktu initiative. Some of them have built from scratch some of the amazing innovations you are seeing here.
When it comes to human needs, I don't think you can get any lower than food. I don't think you can do that. And which is why it's a bit frustrating that over half of the stuff produced don't get to market due to spoilage and so many other things that go wrong. And then it's not a surprise because it's a simple equation. Demand, if demand is low, is way higher than supply, you get prices go up. So what can be done about it? So introducing IVSO. We know that AI and robotics is here to stay. We do recognize the fact that autonomous systems can help with full inspection, full supervision throughout different sectors. We're looking at agriculture, because now what can happen is that we can go through farms. We built a system that can go through farms, can autonomously navigate, which reduces skill level of people operating. You don't need experts to really understand it. You go through it, you can identify the diseases, how much you really need for a particular place, and then apply that need directly without having that expert knowledge, allowing even low-skilled workers to be able to actively use the system. So, of course, that really puts a lot of people in the job market.
Do you know that 9 out of 10 children, primary and secondary children, will most likely leave school without any coding or digital skills? When they get into the uni, 60% of them will not enroll for STEM courses, particularly engineering and technology courses. So they will miss out on the tech jobs, and this is losing the country productivity. 82% of them will be stuck in the informal sector. How are we solving this? We built RoboLearn Digital, an offline gamified robotics learning platform. In 3 months, a primary 2 student using RoboLearn Digital can build virtual robots program them just like this one, AI and robotics engineers for Nigeria, in line with the STEM agenda of the Federal Ministry of Education and the Renewed Hope agenda, right? We're looking to close a partnership with UBEC to test run RoboLearn Digital in the UBEC Smart Schools and also pilot it in the UBE Smart Schools so we can impact learners.
We noticed that there have been several building collapses over the last 50 years. We've lost over 1,600 Nigerians, and that's because of inspection has not been the thing. And the manual inspection process for high-rise building are always very slow, they are dangerous and expensive. So we are changing the narrative at Buildbots. What we are doing is an AI-powered structural defect detection drone. So the drone goes to the height and it uses AI, that's computer vision technology. It has a camera, this is a prototype of what we have. It takes a scan, a complete scan of the building, so it can detect if the bars are showing out or if it's spilling or there's crack in the wall and algae, moisture and the rest. So it takes those reports, it creates a structured report and it sends it to the stakeholders.
We're a digital bank for SMEs. We create equal opportunities for informal and formal businesses to access credit. Today, within 6 hours, any business in Nigeria can access credit from us. We leverage our AI technology to improve our underwriting credit scoring, and it also serves as alternate data to serve these businesses to ensure that every unbanked are becoming bankable in Nigeria today.
This is DreamVR. DreamVR is an immersive platform that digitizes physical locations, makes them into virtual tours so that people that can explore them from anywhere in the world. So what we do is we visit physical locations, we capture them in 360 and make them available in VR, right? Now we have a platform, we're building a digital platform, a directory for VR locations for tourism. Yeah. So that's
Tell me how it works. What do you have in there now?
Now you can see the beach from here. You can visit the beach right from where we are. We have other locations like
What beach is
this is Ibuno Beach in Akwa Ibom State.
This is Akwa Ibom. I'm looking at Akwa Ibom now.
Yeah, right from Lagos here, you can see Akwa Ibom State.
So when I turn back, I see somewhere. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm on laptop, not that I don't know how to use laptop, but now, my hand may not be that strong to just be able to type fast. So now, what if I give me a book and a paper? How do we write? It's going to be affecting the hand and bringing more damage to the hand. So, and again, we don't want to do that. So I thought of something to do this, and as time goes on, I intend to improve it and build on that idea because I have a lot of ideas that can actually elevate, I think, the problems of Nigeria as well.
So we'll start off here, Your Excellencies. Welcome to the AI Unipod at the University of Lagos, and you have the opportunity to support with the unveiling. Congratulations. Okay.
AI Unipod, University of Lagos. I am your host here. My name is Professor Chika Inkabajo from the Department of Computer Science. You're welcome.
We are here to commission a facility, one of 7 already ready for commissioning and 20 that will be commissioning between now and June. And these are innovation hubs created specifically as part of our measures inspired by Mr. President to transform Nigerian education. We want to transform our institutions from certificate awarding institutions to areas, to spaces where you learn practical skills, where you learn through innovation, through creativity, to make products, to find solutions to national problems, to create services. And these will ultimately create jobs, create wealth, improve efficiencies across board, grow our economy, and spread prosperity to all our people. This is the easiest way of growing an economy on a sustainable manner. This is where the demand for work today is, both at home and abroad. And that is why we are doing this transition. We are transforming our institutions into centers for innovation and creativity.
So what's the role of Tech Fund in all this?
We are in partnership with the UNDP. We are leveraging on their global reach and their experience in other countries to also operationalize ours. We've been building some of these innovation hubs for the past 2 years, and we'll continue to do more. So this year alone, we are going to be doing, for ICT sector, 50 ICT centers will be created in our beneficiary institutions. And we have 18 of the innovation hubs are ongoing as we speak. And when they are finished, we will operationalize them. So we are in this partnership with UNDP because we want them to be able to translate their experience, their contacts, their know-how to our schools. And that is why we believe that in partnership with the private sector, to ensure that even the outcome, the products of research findings, the products of innovation here will be uptaken, will be funded by venture capitalists, by our banks, by development banks, and they will transform them into goods and services.
I would call it the Timbuktu project, and it's been launched at University of Lagos. And because of the capacity of AI to catalyze research, knowledge, and development, it's certainly a day to celebrate. I expect for us to see, I think, the data that we're going to generate to ensure that our country is captured in the AI database. Now, let me say why that is so important. Every result you get when you go into AI is based on data that has been put into it. For us in Africa, we don't have enough data there. So the things don't necessarily reflect us. It doesn't tell our story. It doesn't have our narrative. It does not capture our lived experiences, our science, and so on. So this is really the beginning of a journey to ensure that Africa moves forward. And because of our youth population and the fact that by 2050, 1 in 4 youths will be African, the possibilities are limitless. The potential is unimaginable. But it can only happen if we invest in it. And so this AI Unipod and the other Unipods that will be happening is telling Nigeria that we're investing in our youths. But this is just the beginning. We now need to maintain. We now need to scale up. But this is a very good beginning. And from the university point of view, we've been doing AI. We've been in AI research. We've been doing all that. So this is a leg up. In fact, it's more than a leg up. It's really a mountainous leg up, if you would like to say that. And so we shall be embedding it in all our processes, our lectures, our belief is that every student leaving from here should be able to use AI to push themselves forward and create jobs. We don't have jobs. Because, in fact, it's the ease. And really now it's, if you can imagine it, and you're ready to pursue it, you can do it. So things that we imagined and could not do because of the resources, this has breached that gap. And so our plan is that this is just the beginning. We will continue to grow it. I mean, this is the Unipod that is basically AI. But we have other tech hubs. So everything will come together. I think you should watch this space. That's the UNILAG space.
It's a first of its kind AI pod. AI pod is an innovation lab for artificial intelligence. And the exciting thing about this one is that it's based out of a university. As we all know, universities shouldn't just teach, but also create the platform for creative people to help solve some of the pressing challenges in society. And I've been a big champion of artificial intelligence for obvious reasons many people may not understand. But this is a piece of technology that is going to disrupt how we do things as humans. It's already shaping competitiveness in sectors like agriculture, where farmers from countries like Brazil, where AI is being used thoroughly, are now producing food way cheaper than our own farmers. So look into the future. I'm a farmer, so I can relate with this, where for right now, it's cheaper to import maize from Brazil than to buy a local one, just because of artificial intelligence. So this is an exciting place where I believe the students will be able to put their creativity to use, but I think most importantly, researchers will be able to leverage AI to fast track their research projects.
This is a wonderful program. Innovation is something that we all need to drive. In the civil service, we're driving innovation. So we were happy to be here to see what the Unipod looks like. And we've taken a tour. We're very excited. So many lovely ideas, and we can't wait for them to actually be conceptualized and manufactured for use.
It's a good development in the history of education in Nigeria. We are here to launch the Unipod, which is an IA incubation hub for Nigerians, not only Nigerians from University of Lagos, but from everywhere. It's a space where we can nurture creativity, where you can have mentorship and the necessary support, and also the facilities needed to ensure that your creative thinking now manifests into a physical product that can be launched. We have a very good, and I can say that we have wonderful thoughts for the future in terms of creating a space. We know that Nigerians have been doing very well in other countries because they have this enabling environment to nurture their ideas, and they also have the necessary technical support that they need. So we are creating something similar in Nigeria, where these same Nigerians that travel abroad and be productive members of that countries that they are currently residing now is happening in our country.
It's unique to UNILAG. I mean, this is an AI Unipod, and what they have done is essentially tailor-make each Unipod to the environment. So you have in Benue State, it's on agriculture, in Nasarawa State, it's on mining, when you go to Borno, it's on resilience, and as we speak, there are 7 of these Unipods in this state of completion. And because of the overwhelming acceptance, TechnyFire has decided to do about 43 more. So it's a good idea, and what we're hoping is that we get the private sector to come in as well, so that we scale it up. And you never know, I mean, to have something like this, or even more than one, in each of our campuses, it's no mean feat. We went to the marketplace, and what was amazing was the fact that even before this came up, there are a lot of young UNILAG students coming using AI to come up with all sorts of solutions. And like I mentioned there, what really freaked me out was the fact that I was expecting to see young men using AI for entertainment, for music, for social media, but they're solving real-world issues. The same issues that we sit and brainstorm about at the highest level: agriculture, food security, post-harvest loss, financing for MSMEs. I mean, to have that young set of people actually engaging real-world events at that level and trying to find solutions, it gives you the confidence that there's great hope for this country.
Lagos State government is the largest government supporter of innovation in the Federation. Lagos State is home to over 2,000 startups. Lagos State supports research and development in places like UNILAG and other institutions. And so the launch of the AI Unipod is in line with the theme's agenda and with our 2052 plan of making Lagos State the human-centric city, of course, through the application of technology. So we see the AI Unipod as one of the channels to be able to achieve value creation in technology, value creation in raising the standards of living of people.
Well, we are launching a movement that is about investing in Nigeria's young people and talent and ideas. We are in a world that is changing so fast, which is really redefining the way we do business, development business, the way we produce, the way we are competitive, the way we add value. And in that world, Nigeria needs to position. And so what we are doing today is the national flag off of a national innovation network, which includes an artificial intelligence lab here in University of Lagos. The AI lab is a space that young people can come in and take their ideas into prototypes, into businesses into industries, and this is why we are here. And today, His Excellency, the Vice President, who was represented by the Deputy Chief of Staff, was here to flag it off. And so really, it's truly not only an infrastructure, we're talking about impact and where we can be able to nurture the next generation of Nigeria's talent. The idea is not only to have this artificial intelligence lab, but also to have other spaces in the country. So we do have one in Nasarawa coming up on mining. We have one in Benue on agri-tech. About 7 of them are about to be launched. But the important thing is that this is government-led and government-financed. And therefore, the Nigeria government is investing not only in the 7, but with partnership with the Ministry of Education and Tech Fund, we are scaling it up to about 50 universities. I also have to say that this initiative also draws inspiration from a Pan-African initiative called Timbuktu, which is really where the idea of the UniPods are coming from. And so as UNDP, we are just here to support the efforts of the government of Nigeria. I'm quite glad that today young people, private sector, government partners came here to make sure that we flag this off, not as infrastructure, but truly a movement about investing in Nigeria's young population.
In Unipod, we have AI Unipod University of Lagos has 4 different labs. We have the Design Studio Lab, where you go and immerse yourself and learn, and at the same time, bring something from outside to help you learn. That's what we call augmented reality and virtual reality, AR, VR. Then we have the lab called the AI and Robotics Lab, where you do both robotics and build models for artificial intelligence. Then we have the one we call the ICT, where you can sit, do design thinking, use the systems given to you there, and ideate and create. We also have the one we call the makerspace or the prototype lab, where we have the machines that you can use to construct. Take, for instance, you want to build a car. You need to first of all do modeling and also see how that car can work. You can generate the parts. After doing that, that's what we call prototype, to see the prototype of what you want to build, so that you won't go and start building before making mistakes and coming back. So that's the lab we have on the ground floor called the Prototype Lab.
This is more than the edifice and it's more than aesthetics. This is a step into the future. And kudos to the UNDP and the federal government of Nigeria for this wonderful initiative. From the AI Unipod here at UNILAG, this is where we draw the curtains on this episode of the program. I am Dakpo Aruaje. See you next time on TechnyFire.